I refused to tell my dad, who warned me that the family business was never meant for me. I'm 17, and growing up, I always felt like I was standing just slightly outside my own family. My dad runs a small construction company. Nothing huge, but successful enough that it paid for my older brother's truck, my younger sister's private school tuition, and every family vacation we ever took. From the time I was little, everyone joked that my brother was the future boss, and my sister was the smart one. I was just there. I worked summers at the company too, hauling lumber, cleaning sites, doing the worst jobs. My brother got paid more and clocked out early. My sister never had to step foot on a site. Whenever I asked my dad about my future, he'd say things like, "We'll see," or "You don't really have the head for this stuff. I got straight A's in math." I rebuilt an engine with my uncle. It didn't matter. He'd praise my siblings constantly and barely acknowledge me unless I messed up. 3 months ago, my dad sent my brother to a business conference out of state. I asked why I wasn't going. He laughed and said, "That's not really for you." That night, my grandfather called me. He asked how I was doing, then got quiet. He told me he didn't think it was right how I was being treated. Then he said something that changed everything. He told me the company was never meant to go to all of us. That years ago, my dad had promised my mom's side of the family that my brother would inherit it outright. I wasn't included in the plan. Not because I wasn't capable, but because my dad didn't want too many voices. I was meant to work for the company, not own any part of it, ever. I asked my grandfather why no one told me. He said he assumed my dad had. When I told him I had no idea, he sighed and said, "I'm sorry. I couldn't keep watching you build something that was never going to be yours." That night at dinner, I asked my dad directly if the company was ever going to be mine too. The room went silent. My brother stared at his plate. My sister suddenly needed water. My dad looked angry, not surprised. He asked, "Who told you that?" I said, "So it's true." He didn't deny it. He followed me into my room, demanding to know who put ideas in my head. I told him it didn't matter. He said it mattered a lot. He said someone was trying to tear the family apart. I said the truth wasn't tearing anything apart. It was just uncomfortable. Since then, he asked me constantly, in the car, at breakfast, through texts while I'm at school, "Was it your grandfather? Was it your uncle? Did your mom say something?" I keep saying no. Not because I'm protecting anyone, but because once I name the source, he'll pretend that's the problem instead of what he did. Things have gotten worse. My brother got a company credit card. My sister got her college paid for upfront. I got told to work harder if I want a future. Last week, my dad sat me down and said when I turn 18, I'll need to decide if I'm staying on as an employee or finding something else. No ownership, no shares, no say, just labor. My mom hasn't defended me once. She just keeps saying, "If you tell us who told you, we can fix this." Fix what? The plan existed before I knew about it. Knowing didn't break anything. It just stopped me from being blind. This morning, my dad blocked the front door and said he wasn't letting me leave until I told him who betrayed him. I told him nobody betrayed him. They just respected me enough to tell the truth. I walked past him and went to school. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing since, but I'm done explaining. I finally know where I stand, and that's something no one can take back.